What's up, guys? Beatbox Blade Slashing in here. Today I'm bringing you a video about what if Madara gave Nagato both of his Rinnegan. Now, this video is a little different, and I say that is because my whole premise, my question, is based off of the manga. Because in the anime, Nagato had both of Madara's eyes. As far as I'm aware, research-wise, but in the manga it's different. So I'm going to be showing some pictures from the manga as well as the anime, and excuse my voice, I'm a little stuffed up. That doesn't matter. Let's go. Number 1. Yahiko wouldn't have died because Nagato, having both of the Rinnegan, would have gave him immense power. Because Madara once said that once both of the eyes are together, they're super strong. Thus, he would have been able to either just look at those guys that were holding Conan captured and like kill them, or be able to do something. I don't know. Alright, next is that Jiraiya wouldn't have left them. I say that is because there's only been about, 3 people in the world of Naruto to ever have the Rinnegan. That would be Madara, Kaguya, and the Sage of Six Paths. I don't think Indra or Ashura had it. Not entirely sure. But Jiraiya would have saw this and known that there was only a few people, and thus he wouldn't have wanted to just send them away. Even though he did train them, he did train them to be really good, he wouldn't want to just send 2 pairs of Rinnegan away. Thus, they would have gone with him. Ooh, my phone's being weird. Alright. Next is that Nagato, Yahiko, and Conan would stay in the Leaf Village instead of the Rain. Is because once in that whole situation when Yahiko was killed, Nagato and Conan went to the village hidden in the rain and stayed there. While that situation wouldn't have happened, Jiraiya would have stayed with them, and thus they would be in the Hidden Leaf Village, which is a plus. Right? Next is that Naruto, the first person he ever looked up to was Iruka, is because, he treated him like he wasn't garbage, as Naruto thought everyone did. Like how Gaara grew up, he thought nobody cared about him at all, which is almost true in Naruto's case, except for, he got to earn the respect of people. But Naruto's first person he looked up to was Iruka, but with Nagato being there, and Nagato being an Uzumaki, Nagato would become that person that acknowledged Naruto, and Naruto knew as a friend. Yeah. Nagato and Conan wouldn't join the Akatsuki. It's because they weren't there. They weren't S-class criminals and all that, which is what the Akatsuki is kind of grouped up of. Alright? Next is that Naruto would learn ninjutsu from Nagato. My camera's being shaky. Because Naruto's nature is wind, but he doesn't know that yet. At least this early in the series. And Nagato, there's a scene in the manga where Nagato, because of his Rinnegan, was able to master all forms of jutsu that he wanted, that he learned from Jiraiya, at the age of 10. 10! That is amazing. When Itachi, one of the most skilled ninja ever, when he was 8, I believe he became a Chunin. Either 8 he became a Chunin, or 8 he awoke his Sharingan. But at the age of 10, Nagato was just knocking out jutsu left and right. It's amazing. Alright. Next is that Orochimaru would go after Nagato, but he would die in the process. I say that is because Orochimaru has always been after the Sharingan, especially since that case with Itachi. And thus, he would go after Nagato with him having the Rinnegan. Orochimaru would be like, "Psh, I can take this kid." And then Nagato would be like, "Nah, you done, son. Rinnegan, power, you're dead." The only reason he didn't kill Orochimaru the chance he did when he was controlling pain is because he needed the information from Orochimaru. Thus, he wanted him to join the Akatsuki and gain information. Plus, Sasori was there. And because Orochimaru died in the last scenario, that means Sasuke wouldn't turn evil. It's because who is Sasuke going to go to turn evil? There's nobody, well, there's nobody in the Leaf who's evil. Except for Danzo, but I don't think Sasuke knew about Danzo. He's not going to go to the Akatsukis because who's there? His brother. Where else is he supposed to go? So yeah. The Leaf would know that Obito wasn't Madara because of Nagato. And I say that is because with Nagato being in the Leaf, he would be a good guy, you know, with Jiraiya and all that. And he would tell them that he got his Sharingan from Madara Uchiha. Madara Uchiha. And they'd all be like, what? He's dead. So when Obito showed up at the birthday of Naruto and Sasuke, I think they were born on the same day. Not sure. But when Obito would show up, they would know that it's not Madara, even though he was claiming he was claiming to be it. They still wouldn't know who he was, but they would speculate that somebody with the Sharingan would have to be somebody this powerful. The gears start turning. It'd either be like Shisui or Obito. Anyway, the third would be alive. Oh my gosh, because Orochimaru wasn't there to kill him in the Chunin exams. Oh my gosh. Next is Shippuden. That's Naruto. Let's move on to Naruto Shippuden. The first point is that the Akatsuki wouldn't finish sealing Gaara. I say that is because they finished sealing Gaara just like right before Naruto and them broke in. But with Pain not being there, and with Pain, Nagato, and Orochimaru not being there, that means the sealing would have taken longer, and thus... Sorry, my camera keeps moving. The seal would have taken longer, and thus they wouldn't have enough time to completely seal Gaara. And because they didn't seal Gaara, they didn't finish sealing Gaara, that means Gaara wouldn't die, which means Lady Chiyo wouldn't have to die. The next is that Season 2 wouldn't happen. Season 2 comprised of, you know, the meeting with Orochimaru and then seeing Sasuke and all that. That wouldn't happen because one, Orochimaru's dead, and two, Sasuke's in the village. Next is that Naruto would learn the Rasen Shurikens because one, it's Naruto, and being told you can develop your own jutsu would be pretty awesome. A jutsu uniquely to you. Plus the motivation for him would still be Sasuke, not seeing him as like an evil person out there that I need to catch up to, but seeing him simply as a friendly rival. That's how Naruto would learn the Rasen Shuriken. Next is that everything in Season 4 would stay the same. That's everything with Hidan and Kakuzu, and all that jazz. Next is that Deidara wouldn't die is because Sasuke wasn't there to kill him. Next is that Itachi wouldn't die is because Sasuke wasn't there to kill him. Well, he was there, but Sasuke wouldn't have been strong enough to kill him. And thus he would know that and thus wouldn't go after him. Next is that Jiraiya wouldn't die. It's because Pain wasn't a threat. He only died to Pain is because Nagato was controlling him. Nagato was controlling him, and thus that's what allowed him. With Nagato not being there, he wouldn't have died. The Kage Summit would still occur, yes. Obito would still declare war. So that's pretty much the same. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I only have 3 more points left. But this is the third to last point. This is where it gets interesting. Nagato would kill Danzo. And I say that is because after everything that happened in the village with the Akatsuki, when Danzo finally reared his head with the Anbu, and he's like, I believe I should be the next, not the 6th. He wouldn't be the 6th Hokage. He'd be the 5th Hokage. I believe I should be the 5th Hokage. And with Nagato having the Rinnegan, he'd be able to either see, sense, or just notice that Danzo has the Sharingan in his arm and the Sharingan in his left eye, casting the Kotsuo Makukami, which is the Shisui's Genjutsu. Alright, next is that Naruto would still control... Yeah, he'd still go and control the Nine Tails with Killer Bees, because that would still be essential to the war. And last is that the war would be won. And I say that... This is very detailed, I'm going to say. I say that because they only captured about 75% of Shukaku, which is Gaara's tailed beast. That means that 25% would still be in Gaara. He would be like barely alive. But I'm not sure if it works that way, but I'm assuming. But with them having all that in the Gedo statue, them having 75% of Shukaku, but not having the 8 tails nor the 9 tails, all of that when Madara fused with the 10 tails and became the 10 tails Jinchuriki, and he looked like the Sage of Six Paths, with him having less power than he did, Naruto and Sasuke would be able to beat him in that form because of the difference with Shukaku. Not having that 25% would be the downfall of Madara. Those were all my points. This has been Beatbox Blade, thinking out of the box. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want, and I will see you guys next Thursday for my next video. I wonder what that will be on.